Hello guys, I would like you to understand this idea and maybe it will resonate with your life, which is about a real problem that we tend to believe that the social media are making us procrastinating and making us stumble, which is partially true, but it's just a symptom of a cause. So I would like to point out right now what is the cause, so you can treat the cause, you can eliminate the symptoms. I have felt that, and I feel it when I tend to put a rock on the river flow of life. And that happens, it can happen a lot of times. Like, for example, you're dealing with something that you don't want to deal with. You are having problems, you're not doing good in your life, in your university, in your studies, in your job, in your relationships. Anything can happen. If you have a tendence to be a neurotic, you will be regressing this energy, and you will have an impact in your life where you'll suppress your life for a moment. And what you, well, us as society, but what your unconscious is trying to find out is a solution. And you're kind of just waiting. So we get in a position where we're just waiting something to happen in order to change our lives. And a lot of times, a lot of things, it's not just a problem on pornography or a problem on social media or a problem on addiction. Those are most likely symptoms of a cause, which is your mainframe is dirty. Your mainframe is corrupted. So now you need to change that. Your life as a whole, where you're pointing out the direction, which is mostly true. You need to change your life to be better. You will be better changing your life, which is the second point that I will point out to you after the first, which is we are waiting for something to happen. It's like open the fridge, seeing if there's another food out there, even though you didn't make the groceries. So you're just waiting. So we don't want to get in confrontation with the things. We're just waiting for something new. Maybe something will pop out on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok and will change our lives. And that's what most people do with these dumb subtitles like, this video will change your life forever. It's not. It's not an idea, a simple idea that will change. It will just give you a pump of dopamine, and then you will feel great, and most likely you continue scrolling, or you stop and do something else that doesn't necessarily will make your life better. The only way you can stop this awaiting is if you reflect on your life. You don't even have to confront the problem itself. Let's say you have a relationship problem with your girlfriend. It's not that problem as well. You don't need to go on confrontation, you just need to reflect a little bit. Like, my life is a misery, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. So it's called accountability. And you just need to pause for a moment. Let's say, what kind of madness I'm living in? Like, I have a life, I need to live. So I'm grabbing a piece of paper, I'm writing down what I don't like on my life right now. Where am I going? Why I'm doing such things? But you don't need to be, you need to feel bad about yourself. You don't need to be your father inside your head. You need to be honest. That's the first part. So I'm being honest here. I'm not liking it. I want to do that. I want to do this. Okay. So what can I do in order to change that? So that's the second step. And if you don't have the answer, because a lot of times you don't have the answer immediately, You need to let it boil down on your unconscious. The unconscious itself will start with this opposite sides conflicting with itself that will change and will create a solution that we call a third solution that didn't happen, and that's a customized solution for you. Nobody can give you the solution because the solution needs to resonate with itself. It's not a matter of an idea. It's not a logical idea per se. It's a resonance with your mind, with yourself, with your profound. So that's very important. You need to use your emotions, you need to use your intuition and sensation in order to give this punch, this hunch, so it can give you that, and then it resonates with you. So it makes totally sense to you. That's where things start happening, and then you have a new upfront. So you don't need anymore to keep scrolling. You're not waiting anymore. So you took off the stone and let the river flow again. So now you have the flow, literally, no, metaphorically. But metaphorically, you have this flow. Now you can continue, and then you need to take that energy back from reality into something like reading a book, writing, something that will take you a step further in this idea that you had. The second step is most people want the richness, want the final result, and they don't have the energy to do it. So they see people doing it all the time. If you're consuming a lot of content, you are being a consumer. Of course, you need to consume, but you need to be more detailed. We need to be more careful with what we are consuming, because if we're too much with it, we're just being manipulated all the time. So the second step is, you're not gonna be free when you get rich. You get rich by being free. Think that for a second. It can be like obvious for a couple people, but trying to internalize that. You want to be rich for what? Write it down right now. So you will see that behind all these motivations are something that you want to be yourself. So you get rich, you don't need to, it's like the fuck you money that a lot of people say about. Like, I don't need to talk to anyone, I don't need to do anything I don't want. So you want to be free, right? You want to, I have a country that's going something wrong, I can change, I can move up, I can change my life, I can speak what I want, I can treat people the way I am. And I have good news. You don't need to be rich to do that. And to be honest, you'll never be rich if you don't do that. I mean, you can be a miserable rich, but you need to get talented. You need to be a talent man to do that. I don't recommend it. I know a few people that did this way. You need to be kind of talented to do this kind of stuff, to be a pushover, and to not be yourself. You can be yourself right now. You can build your life that you always dreamt right now. You can. Of course, if you have bills to pay and you want to be a philosopher and you are an accountant, so you keep working and you start growing this philosophy background, then you can be yourself more and more. Then you start like YouTube channel, then you start giving lectures, then you start anything. You will find out ways to be yourself on what you want to be. And it's not just a matter of profession. It's much more than that. I'm just giving you an example. And when I realized that, my life completely changed. And the pandemics helped me with that, because I was just postponing a lot of things, like just waiting. like the right time will come up, something will change that will make me change. And it actually happened. The pandemics happened, and I used that momentum to change my life. So I used the digital marketing to boost my interest in psychology, and mostly on true and deep psychology from Carl Jung. Then I set up a company on therapy, online therapy sessions, and I did it really well. And then I started studying more. I had more time. I have more time now to study, and I'm here. I've studied a lot, and it helped myself to understand my mind, which was the most. I always wanted to understand, how can I have a good mental health? Because I've always kind of suffered with a lot of anxiety and sadness, being melancholic, and this low self-esteem, always being pushed and grabbed. I could not help myself. I've always had these beautiful ideas of myself, creativity, and a lot of stuff, but I didn't have the power to do that in reality. It was inside my mind, my psyche, as we call. So I needed to understand how to have a great life that will give me the mental health that I need. Because if I don't have the mental health or the physical health, I will never enjoy anything. That's the most important thing we have. We cannot buy another body. We can buy organs, but it's not yours. It will never fit the same way it is. You are right now. So I cannot buy a new body. I cannot buy a new mind. That's the most important thing in the world. I cannot give up that to anything else. And this pursuing for richness that I was feeling was all about being free. It was all about doing what I'm doing right now. I just need to do a little bit something else. But you guys make a mistake when you think that the rich doesn't have things to do they don't like. They need to be really, really smart. They need to be really, really cautious, because you have to be really, really attentive to what people are doing within related to your money. You need to be sometimes a lot open on what you are, on your investment in your money. You need to give up control. And they have problems as well. They find problems to solve, because when you're rich, you have different problems, but you still have it. You still have to endure it. It's an erroneous idea that we need to be rich to live our lives. That's an erroneous idea that somehow we bought it, and that's wrong. You can try it right now by yourself. That's it. Hope you like it. Hope it helped you. See you in another video.